All right, tell yourself you can do it because I know you can. All right, this is your try it. So simplify the expression. You got 4z minus z plus a z minus 2z. So how many z's are there? Okay, so where I don't have a whole number, like we have a whole number 4 here and a whole number 2 here, put in a number. So you've got 1z and you've got 1z. So just in your head, you can say 4 minus 1, so that's going to turn into 3, then plus 1, so it's going to go back to 4, and then minus 2, it's back down to 2. So altogether, this whole thing equals 2 z's. And I put a line through it just so you don't think it's 2, 2. Oh, I got to move myself again. How do you know that the expression 2x plus 4y is not equivalent to 6xy? So what they're saying is, again, maybe a common error that we would see is you've got 2 x's and you got 4 y's, so I got to mark that differently. But some students would just take the 2 and the 4, add them together and get 6, and then they'll just take the x and the y and smush it together. This is not correct, but how could I prove it's not correct? So what you'd have to do there is what we call a counter example. So let's give x a number. Let's make x a simple number like 1, and let's make y a simple number 2. And let's test it. So here, I'm going to test it with these two examples. So we've got two different equations. We've got one equation that says 2x plus 4y. I'm going to put a squiggly here. And we got another problem that says 6 times x times y. So it's multiply that's happening. So I'm going to substitute in. So I'm going to do 2 times 1 plus 4 times, and we know y is 2, so I'm going to put a 2 there. And over here, I'm going to do 6 times 1 times 2. All we're doing is substituting in those numbers, and we're testing. So if we figure this out, 2 times 1 is 2, 4 times 2 is 8, and then 2 plus 8 is 10. So if these are equal to each other, they should both equal 10. But when you test this, 6 times 1 is 6, and then 6 times 2 is 12. And that's why we know they're not equal to each other. And a symbol you might see for that is equal sign and put a line through it. Kind of like no smoking. You've seen that sign, right? So you just got your equal sign and you put your no through it. They're not equivalent. They're not equal to each other.